Hey, this is Trent from Team 3T. Been asked to do a quick review on a pack that I've been running for the past few months. Used this pack in a spring Utah turkey hunt where I was able to pack in for a couple of days hunting turkey up in the Rockies, and it's a very versatile pack. I waited a long time for this bag, to be honest with you. It's got an integrated meat shelf in it, and that's what I've been excited about. I've ran a lot of different Kifaru bags. Last year used the Mountain Warrior, and this year I've switched to, this is what they call the Tahr, and it is a great setup. Right now I'm running it on a duplex on a 26-inch frame. It will fit the 22, the 24 just fine. I run it on a 26 just because of my torso length. And I've got the new hunting frame ordered. That should be coming soon. I'll hang on to the duplex just because I love it, and I can use that, let other buddies use it as well. But it'll fit the new hunting frame as well, as the bikini, the older bikini, and also this duplex that I've got it on, which is a second generation duplex. But the Tahr is I love the bag itself. Right now what you're looking at, this is how I run it, kind of like on a spotting or a day hunt. And you may think it's got too much in it, to each their own. I pack about 22 to 24 pounds a day, and that's where it's set up right now. It basically gets me enough food, some shelter with a small tarp in there, water filter, and first aid kit, kill kit, and just the things that I need to get around for the day. And it's perfect. This thing I'm going to show you just in a few minutes. I'm going to have to cut the video and load it up, but I want to show you how this thing will fill out and how versatile it really is. The bag itself is 3,400 inches, and you'll see that when I get it filled out here in just a second. How tall it'll fill as well as how full. So you're looking at, right now I've got this thing compressed down, and I'm going to try to keep this the best I can so you guys can see it. So right now I've got it compressed down in a day pack mode. I've got the scope pocket just with the K-clips mounted right to the front. Love that pocket. In fact, I've got two more that I run on one on each side. So I'll run 3 scope pockets and 2 more. And again, I'll show you that in a minute as I get everything filled out and show you how many cubic inches I add when I go in for a 5 to say 8 or 9 or 10 day hunt. You can really add the pockets and add a lot of volume to it. Right now, again, it's about 22, 24 pounds, and the way I've got it set up is with a scope pocket up front. Scope pockets are 600 cubic inches. The Tahr will expand to 3,400 cubic inches, and I do run the guide lid on this. I absolutely love the guide lid. I believe that is 1,200 cubic inches. And then I kind of like to throw that small pocket, that is a belt pocket, and I keep that right on the lid, and that's probably going to be 150 cubic inches. On the belt, I've got rid of the bladder in the bag, and I've gone to the Nalgene bottle, and I just use a holder here, the Nalgene holder, and then I also use this deep pocket that Kifaru sells, and I keep my GPS in there. We use Rhinos by Garmin. And so they're a longer GPS with the longer antenna. Can be a little bulky, but for what they do, we love running them. We can find each other's location and share locations when we get something down. We can send each other's locations on those. But that pocket's perfect. Fits my GPS in there. It keeps it covered, and then I can also clip it up on the shoulder strap if I need to. On the other side of the belt, I'm running a medium pocket. That'll give me, oh boy, I think that's about 250 or 300 cubic inches on that side. So right now you can do the math. I've got 34, 6 brings it to 4,000, 12. It's over 5,000 if I want to expand out the full bag to the 3,400. So that's what it's capable of right now. I'm not going to take the bag off of the frame. Aaron's got a couple of great videos from Kifaru where he basically breaks down the strap system, the bag itself, and then he has a second video that basically shows you the meat shelf and how he exposes it. And the way he does that, you basically are going to loosen your shoulder straps, pull the top of the bag off of the frame. You'll be able to loosen your lower straps, and that'll allow the bag to extend from the frame. And that's going to open it up similar to a mystery ranch where that bag expands, separates from the nice frame, or even the Kuyus that do the same thing. So it'll separate out, give you the space to drop a quarter or drop a bag of deboned meat down in there. The cool thing about their meat shelf right now, and I apologize, you can look at Aaron's video, he does a better job, and you can probably understand him a heck of a lot better, but that meat shelf is tucked in its own pocket. And so when I expand this bag out, I can lay that bag of meat down either on the bag or the frame. That meat shelf will come out, and it'll actually come out and clip and create a shelf on the bottom to lay that bag and that meat so it doesn't sag and slip down below the frame. It'll keep it right up in here. It's integrated. You don't need to pull it out and attach it. It's pretty simple to use. And if I had time, I'd hurry and do that, but I want to keep this video as short as possible, and I want to show you what this thing looks like when it's fully blown out, getting me up to about 6,500 plus cubic inches the way I've got it to go if I'm going to go in for like 7 to 10 days. But right now this is the setup. What's really cool about it is the bag itself. It's got a top strap, and this top strap, if I should have loosened this to begin with, would have helped. It'll allow you to expand this collar. You can see how much room you're going to get in the bag itself, and then it's obviously going to expand out, and I'll show you that when I get it filled up. It's got your cinch, your drawstring, so you can tighten that down. A lot of guys I've seen use this. I saw a couple of guys actually use it this spring, and what they're doing is they're just taking your straps that you're going to attach your lid. So if it goes lidless, you can roll this down to however you want and just strap your two straps that you take to your lid right down like this. And so you can save weight by not having a lid. Or you can go a standard lid, or you can go the long lid, whatever you want. I like to use that guide lid. It gives me the versatility of having a little bit more room in the top, so as far as things that I need to access quickly. But again, you can see how tall this is going to get you. I'm going to expand that out here in just a minute. The scope bag, with the K-clips, that thing will fit down snug. One thing I failed to mention as well is right at the top of each scope bag is a strap, and you've got your buckle that you can integrate basically your over the top strap to hold that scope bag up a little bit and to take some of that weight. Right now I've got that thing loaded down. I'm going to show you how I get 2 additional scope bags on each side. I'll throw my spotter in one and fill up the other one. But right now this is a perfect system. The way that it compresses down with the 3 straps on the side, on each side, the versatility of having a meat shelf built in. What I actually filled it up with some sand and packed on a couple of pack-ins to spot for some turkeys. I filled this thing up with about 40 pounds with sand and ran it through the shelf just to test it out. Worked perfectly. The 3 straps on the back, you're going to release those. You're going to expand the bag out, strap down your meat. If you need to strap it down, you're going to have the 3 straps on each side again to compress and pull that meat in between the bag and the frame. I'm going to take a quick break here, fill this thing up, load it up, and show you about 6,500 inches when you're going in. Again, you're looking at an easy day pack that's compressed down, 22 to 23 pounds. And in a second I'm going to show you it fully loaded. When I go in on a hunt, it's going to be closer to the 40 pounds and maybe 40-45 pounds with all the gear. I carry a lot of camera gear as well as a spotter sometimes, and that's what's going to get me up there in weight. But just a second, we're going to show you what it's loaded. Alright, hey, I'm back. I had to split that video. What I wanted to do is to be able to show you, this is a good idea of how I fill this thing up when I'm going in. whether it's a 5 to, I don't know, 7, 8, 10-day hunt. Right now what I've done is just stuffed I've expanded the bag, the Tahr itself. It is 3,400 cubic inches. I don't have it completely expanded. As far as it can go, it's pretty dang close. I mean, you could probably get a few more things in there, but you can see what I've done. I haven't even tightened it up that tight, but I really wanted to give you an idea of what it looks like full. You can see my overstrap. I've still got plenty of slack, and I could probably, believe it or not, probably stuff a 20-degree down bag right in the top of this and compress it down a little bit more. You can see I have about that much more room, I don't know, 4 or 5 inches, and I still think you could get some more, a little bit more volume in there if you needed to. But that's fairly full. That'll hold. You can tuck that down tight. No water's going to get in there. And then what I've gone and done, I mean, this is your guide lid. So you're looking at 3,400 cubic inches here in the main bag. The lid itself, it's a guide lid. I went complete Highlander. I love the look of it. I've ran the Wolf before and on some different, the multi-cam, but this right now is, I just like the look of it. Guide lid, so 3,400 in the bag, 1,200 in the guide lid, and I believe $1.50 in the small belt pouch that I keep up on top of the lid here. And what that's going to, you know, I'm going to do the math here in a second, and I'll just tell you what the total cubic inches is as I total everything up, or total cubic inches available, sorry. Each scope pocket's about 600 cubic inches. I've got the 2 on the side, and again, these are K-clip. They're very easy to mount. I mean, really, you just take the 2 on the top and come down through the loops. Same with the 2 on the bottom. They're not going anywhere. I like that versus the side pockets. I can't remember the black straps that are used, and then you're using the full-blown compression straps on those side pockets. This scope pocket, when I ordered the Tahr, I remember calling Aaron, actually didn't call him, probably wouldn't answer the phone, but I texted him and I said, hey, just ordered your Tahr, I'm going to throw it on my duplex, and I want to get about 6,000 inches out of it. What do you recommend? Should I order a couple side pockets? And right out of the chute, he said, go 3 scopes on that thing. It's going to give you 1,800 plus the 34 plus the 12 plus 150 here, 200 on the medium pocket on the belt, more, you know, another 150 with the smaller, I can't remember what they call it, probably a small GPS pocket. Right now, the way I've got this set up is about 6,750, maybe close to 6,800 available space, which is more than enough. If I wanted to go crazy, if you can see the bottom of this frame, I've still got some room down here with the bottom straps to attach a tarp, sleeping bag, a tent if you want to go a tent. I've still got room to keep that outside of the bag and go on the bottom if I needed to. Sleeping pad, whatever you got. Give you an idea of how these scope pockets, I use it's a Vortex Viper HD. This is the larger, the 80, and that thing fits right down in there snug, zips it shut, keep the elements off of the scope. The tripod, I'll typically just strap it with some of the compression straps down through here. So I don't have this fully geared out. I wanted to give you a good idea of what it looks like full, what volume you have. There's a lot of different ways you can mix it up. There's different pockets. And again, some people like that with Kifaru, some don't. Some people say, you know what, hey, you're adding pockets, it costs more money. Well, yeah, it does. What's good about it is it's so versatile. You can build your own pack. You can, if you don't like the scope pockets, you can go with, you know, a couple side pockets. If you wanted a bigger belt pouch up here, you can go bigger. It's really up to you. And when you go out into the field, you got to find out, you know, is accessibility important to you? If it is, that's why I add these small pouches. When I run it on a day pack, I still keep this belt pouch here because it's the accessibility with the 2 on the hip and this one here. I've ran a lot of packs. There's some great packs out there, and I keep coming back to Kifaru. The frame, I don't think anything fits better. I love that frame. I still have my EXO. I love that frame and that bag, and I'll keep using it. My boy's going to use it this fall on an elk hunt. We're fortunate enough to get two tags in the Book Cliffs archery. Going to take my 71-year-old dad in there. Probably his last real elk hunt with a bow, as far as going after a big bull that'll score, you know, over 300. And I'm going to be the pack. I'm going to be the caller, the packer, and I'll definitely have this set up with me. If you have any questions, there is a link in our YouTube site here. Feel free to shoot us a message or shoot us a message through YouTube. I do this basically because I've been asked by some guys, you know, back east to give a quick review on the bags that we're running, and the good and the bad. But really, with Kifaru, it's nothing but good. What I had done is order 2 long pockets, the big long side pockets, and Aaron said no, go scope. Sent those back to Kifaru. The cool thing was I was actually, before they could ship out the scope pockets, I was out in Denver attending my wife's graduation, and we made a trip up to Kifaru and got a really cool tour by I believe Frank. Aaron was off hunting bears, so Frank gave us a tour of the facility. I was able to pick up the scope pockets and save a little bit of shipping. Great customer service there, and they make some great product. Any questions, please let us know. Again, this is the Kifaru Tahr. Got it set up right now at about 6,800 cubic inches. During the day, I get this thing compressed down to about 2,500 in that ballpark. Any questions, let us know. Thanks. Good hunting, guys.